Hey everybody, let's keep the music going here. All right, you guys tell me if it's too loud or anything. Doesn't sound too loud to me. You guys let me know. There are always complaints. All right, so let me know if you can't hear me. Let's change our caption. So, working on the 358 issue backlog. Anybody verify that you can hear me? I want to be sure. This happened to Simon in his stream. I think he streamed the first 15 minutes without anybody hearing him. Quirky, it's always too loud for you. Hang on. I guess it's louder for you guys than it is for me. For me, it's super quiet. Half as loud as before. You guys will have to tell me if that's better. Why am I not getting chat? Don't have chat yet. What is going on there? Okay, how about now? How's the music now? Let me know. Wish this thing would, all right, perfect. It's great, I'll take it. All right. Ugh. The turtle guy. Hello, Ars Turtle. Corky says that's true. He's interested in what you say during coding sessions. Yeah, I mean, that's what the whole point of this is just to show just how I think while I'm working on issues. Which is not necessarily super interesting or anything, but might be interesting to some. So, all right, so this week, so we did the open hours on Wednesday, and, you know, we kind of presented everything that, you know, everything from 2025 and the cool stuff coming in 2026. Some of the stuff we couldn't talk about because it's secret, it's not, but you'll know about it soon. But afterwards, there was one comment that came up that, you know, that brought up a good point, is that we haven't really addressed any of the backlog of issues on the repository. And we haven't, you know, we've kind of been pushing pretty hard for the last several months into moving forward and less into looking back. But there are backlogs on issues. So yesterday and today, we've been kind of starting to tackle some of the backlog of issues on the repo. You know, some of it just cleaning up old issues that have been there for a long time that are no longer relevant, which happens, you know, and some of them are dead. The original poster didn't post a lot of good information, and now they're not around, so we don't have information on what that was. It could be a dead issue, it could not be, we don't know. And also some that are legitimate issues that need to be addressed that just haven't. So we're starting to really make a push there. I know that, like, in 2023, 2024, Simon did an awesome job. Simon and Dean, I believe, and maybe John as well, did an awesome job of really going through all the old pull requests and cleaning them up. Like, getting things that were good, let's bring them to the top and refresh them. Things that were bad, let's just kick them out of there. We're always very set, or at least me, I was always very sensitive about people submitting pull requests, not wanting to just, you know, discount them outright. You know, so I was always hesitant to kick out a pull request on somebody. Music's still too loud. Okay. That's so weird, man. It's like I can't even hear it at this point myself, but everybody else says it's too loud, so I'll just trust the stream. That's all I can do. All right. So what I was saying was, you know, they did a bunch of pull request cleanup, which was valid. We need to do the same thing on issues because they're kind of big. So that's what we started to do. Let's go to actual stream here. Let's share my screen. All right. So going to our issues here. So yeah, we have quite a bit. So we're going to start getting some of those things done. We're also going to make a bigger push to push out, get more bounties live for people. You know, we did some bounties, and those are kind of it's been generally positive. But there are some that just didn't go the way we wanted. Some that, you know, the person that took the bounty took forever to get it done. Some of them had to back out in the middle of it. Some of them, we did the bounty, but the results weren't as good as what we wanted. And, you know, we hate to have someone put in a bunch of effort and then just reject it and not pay them. You know, so it's been a little tricky coming up with good bounties and getting people to actually take them and get them done. But we're gonna push some more out there and see how it goes. But yeah, that was one of the problems that we had, was some of the bounties have been hit and miss as far as getting things done. And I think it's somewhat because some of our users and people that are on GitHub are not as technical, so it makes it harder to find good technical contributors to the repository. But, you know, there are some, so we're going to see how much we can get done there. So there are a lot of open issues. We're starting to tag some up again to kind of clean things up. But what we're going to focus on today is the milestone for 385. At least that's what I'm going to focus on today. We got 14 issues that we want to clear out before 13, I guess, one was finished. 13 issues that we want to clear out before 385 is released. So I'm going to start with some of them and see how far we get. This one, actually, I think we can almost clear out, because this one, it is a valid issue. basically at one point we added this unload asset feature, which is not XNA. I don't think XNA had that. We added it in, but we did some cleanup to the load asset that doesn't work. Basically, if you use /, unload asset wouldn't work properly. Is essentially what the issue is. But I think someone already put, Jake did a fix for that. Are we still super loud? Let me know if it's still super loud music. So he already put a pull request. Let's take a look at it real quick, because if it's valid, we're just gonna merge that thing, get this done. So this was the fix, and I'll show you on the actual file. Go straight to the file. Like, we do this. Where is it? Somewhere deep in here. Didn't pass it, did I? Let me just search for it. Oh, there it is. So we added this some time back. On platforms where the name and / direction matter, on some platforms, name and / direction matter, we store the asset by a forward separating key rather than how the file was passed into us to avoid loading content assets and content assets backslashes as they were two different files. So yeah, we just normalized it to / internally so that it would work everywhere. There's probably some other cleanups that could occur, but really the more that we do, the more we introduce overhead and loading processes, so we try to avoid doing too much. So the fix is they basically put this in the unload function that's down here somewhere. What the heck it is. I assume it's down here. That makes logical sense, right? Yeah, they basically copied it down here. Now, I think I'll merge it like this, but what I would have done is I would have put a helper function in that's internal that does this cleanup of or generates the key. It's like, get key from asset name, and it would return the key and would do whatever cleanup, so it would be shared between the two. We wouldn't have two different comments here, but this fixes the issue. I wouldn't be concerned about it. I would probably write a unit test as well, but this fixes the issue, and we can move on. For something as simple as this, it's not worth going crazy over, I don't think, and trying to perfect it. Yeah, I mean, this basically handles the issue. I'm not gonna complain too much about it. Let's go back here and one review required. Let's review. Is it a draft? No. Nope. I just need to get file change, review this thing. Hit review. I'm gonna approve this thing. Okay, let's just merge this thing. Squash and merge. Let's be done. Should have probably marked it as fixing that one. Oh no, it fixed it, so cool. So that one's fixed, done. Go on to something else. One that I can actually work on. Okay, so what's the next one here? I'm gonna skip this one for right now, but I think this is what I'm gonna end on, is working on that, because I think that's probably the best thing to work on. Weird, I'm still not seeing chat on here. Oh, I finally got chat. Cool. I had the wrong thing on somehow. Guess there's two different code time things there. Weird. All right, so back to this. Let's see, what other issues? Mojo shader not only allowed on predicate register. That's going to be a tricky one, but we'll get into it. But with MonoGame sprite bug importer, let's look at this one real quick and see what the deal is here. Okay, so this is a pretty old one. I think it was partially fixed. Is the issue? Yeah, partially fixed. So where my comment was on this. Probably was up here somewhere. So this is really a feature implementation more than anything else. It's really not a bug fix. Yeah, probably this issue might still exist. It might very much depend on your font and what platform you're on. This wasn't even marked as a platform issue, but it could. I mean, we just did a big font thing. So this is really no longer a bug. This is really a feature implementation, and I'm going to write a new feature for it so that we have something that works here. And we might actually, is this in the font processor, I guess? No, it was in this font importer. Well, I don't know about the importer, but Sultan Sanctuary guy. Yeah. I mean, I've had to do this before in some other projects where I just had to fall back whenever, they have a secondary font that it falls back to. I think on Windows, there's some standard fonts that it falls back to automatically, and that's why it doesn't work, but I think it's a Windows-specific feature to do that. Okay. I think we need to address this as a new issue, not as that. And then I think there was one we just merged. Everybody keeps telling me to lower the volume, and it's very weird because the volume is super quiet on my end, and I just can't tell where it's supposed to be at. Should I set it to 0? Because I'm almost there. So odd. I wonder if there's some other volume on the thing. I don't know. Anyways. You know what I should do? I know what I should do. The only way to figure out what the volume of the stream is, I guess, is to listen to the stream. Huh? Hopefully this doesn't cause some crazy sounds. Hey, I'm on there. Let me mute my mic for a second. All right. Hopefully that does it. I don't think I can make it much quieter. So tricky. That kind of sucks with the streaming software. It doesn't really help you very much. Like, it's so low, I can't tell what it's even set to. It wants to tell me it. Well, can't tell. I mean, it's so low, I can't even set it to something. It's so dumb. Why is it that way? I'm just gonna next time I'm gonna go and fix the music to. I'm gonna lower it specifically in the wave editor to avoid this problem. Anyways, there was an issue that we fixed, or that Harry fixed. Got another pipeline import. It's a font importer. so it works from a font instead of this one. And I think that we might end up, this might be one where we want to do the same sort of thing, like a backup file. I don't know if the music's muted. It's very low. It's going to be whatever it is. I'm tired of messing around with music. When I get to freaking doing shit. All right. So yeah. So this other font importer, which we merged, I think we're going to start transitioning to this one. It works better with the new builder. The old one will still be there and you can still use it, but this one's better. But I think this is where we need to implement them on both, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a new issue, and I'm going to make it for the next milestone and get this one closed. I'm going to reference this issue, not that one. I'm going to reference this. I can never. Our implementation does not fall back when fall back to a default font when a glyph is missing in the requested font. We need to implement this option for both importers. The default fallback font should be something available on all platforms. That sounds great. It's going to be a content pipeline issue. I'm going to change the issue type to feature request. I'm going to assign it to me. I'm going to put the milestone on 386. I'm going to create this issue. So we have that move 386. I'm going to now kick this one. I'm going to close this other one because the issue, the bug with multi-byte has been fixed as long as the font supports the characters. Gianossi asks, am I one of the people on the team? Gianossi, are you one of the MonoGame dev team? Yes, I am one of the MonoGame dev team. I am. So feel free to ask questions or comments or snipe from the chat. It's cool. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close this one as done. And because the bug that they requested is fixed. The bug was bad for the multi-byte font. However, we need to implement a font fallback for all platforms. Let's see. I close it with comment, move on. All right. That at least move all forward. And we have a plan there. So back to this. What else is here that we can take a look at that is not going to take 4 hours? I mean, I kind of want to jump on the desktop PK unit test. Let's take a look at the Mojo shader just one for a moment. We might not actually do anything about it, but they have a good sample on this one, which is always great whenever somebody writes up a good example. Not only allowed in predicate register, not only allowed in predicate register. So yeah, it fails to build this shader. It's a Mojo shader problem. The problem is that we need to apply this fix, but our code base for Mojo shader is out of date to this. And I wonder if I could manually apply this fix. You know what? Let's address this. I mean, I might be opening a big can of worms, but if this is the fix and it does apply the fix, then in theory, I could fix Mojo shader by manually applying our copy of Mojo shader. Again, we plan to move away. Didn't Harry do that in our fork? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, we have a fork. I don't see any. Here's a package that was done, right? Yeah, I mean, we do have our own fork. I'm aware of that. The issue really is did we apply the fix? Let you know, he has another question here. Let's see. Have you heard about the problems using MonoGame on ARM processors? That DLL fails the content manager. I wonder if you guys consider support on ARM processors. So, yes, we've talked about ARM processors and ARM support. It comes up a lot. The problem has mostly been just prioritization and being able to work on, spending time on it. I think some people forgot who they were from, but they reached out to us about fixing things for ARM. And yeah, it's a goal of ours. It's just, trying to balance the priorities. But yes, ARM is something we definitely want to do. Simon has something to say about that there in chat. He might be able to point you in the right direction on what we're doing there, because I'm not all fully up to date on it. Okay, so I don't think the fix is in here. Let's go look, because that'll be the easiest way to tell. So that's our Mojo shader. The fix, where did I put that? Where did I put that? Oh, it's here. So if I look at the fix, it's I'm going to look for that in the code base and see if I can find where the code is and see if the fix seems to be in there or not. Seems to be totally different. Let me just download this file. Just do a beyond compare on the two. Probably the easiest thing to do. Let's see. I'm pretty sure these files are going to be totally freaking different from each other, but maybe I can figure out what the heck's happening. So I was told that there are some big differences. So these are the two files. Sorry, I can't make this text bigger, I don't think. At least not easily. So looking at this, the fix was where? parse preshader and parse shader token. Let's go look at those two functions if we can find them. Here's parse shader token. Source mod not. Okay, yeah, it looks like there's definitely different code here. Yeah, so that fix isn't there. So I can pull that across potentially. I'm just going to do it for right now, and I can copy this back across somewhere. So that's one part of the fix. The other is this parse preshader. I think I'm going to fix this, or try at least. A lot of differences here. Let's see. Is comment a false comment token? Okay, it's this fix here. I mean, I don't know if these two things will fix it because of how different everything else is. Could be that it screws something else up, but it's worth a try, right? So those two are the fixes that needed for this. I'm going to reference back when I do this. The only reason that we're doing this is that they changed some of the API for Mojo Shader pretty. They changed a lot, is what I've been told. And if we just update the latest, while we might get some other improvements and fixes, it might also break some things, and it's going to take a while to update. And our plan is not to continue with Mojo Shader. We're taking a change to a completely different path for generating shaders for GLSL. And because of that, it's just not worth the time to try to do a full update here. It's better to fix an individual problem here, especially if we can do it quickly. So, okay. So it was that file and this file. So I'm going to go and view this file as well. And I'm going to download that sucker. And I'm going to grab ours from here as well. What was it? Mojo Shader effects. I need to grab this repo. Here's this one. Let's see where the fix is. Oh, shit. Okay, this is the fix that we were looking for. Let's look for this comment. Might be a good way to find it. Oh, great. So this is one of these, hey, everything was moved around things. Read large objects. Okay, does it even exist anymore? Nope. It's possible that this code got moved around. Let's see. This is one of these things where it makes it very hard. And he just removed this, so that doesn't matter. It's really this. He got parse preshader. This might be unrelated. I don't see why this would be related. I mean, he might have done this fix here, but this doesn't seem like it's related to the actual bug here. I mean, this is the actual fix, and maybe this, but this looks unrelated to the fix, to me. Something else that he did while I was here. But let's double check. Let's find where this is called. Oh, let's find where this thing is called. And we'll go from there. Let's see what it says. See, there is no, that it isn't implemented on this side. I'm going to assume that this isn't part of this fix. Is it in here? I wonder if that code got moved in here. Now let's just go with that one fix and not worry about this other one. Let's not worry about that one. So I need a copy of the Mojo shader code. I need to be able to test it. And I need to reproduce this issue. So let's go about doing that. What's going to be the best way to do this? I mean, it's just an issue with compiling the shader. So if it's just an issue with compiling the shader, I just need to test that. It'd be nice to have a, it's a question always like, should we have a unit test for every possible issue? Maybe, but like for something as simple as this, it doesn't seem like a unit test is going to help. We're never going to have a shader that executes it, that tests every single configuration. If there was a persistent issue here that we need to make sure it never happens again, then yes. But I don't know about writing a unit test specifically for this one issue to make sure it doesn't reappear. I don't think that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test this locally, and as long as it works and we see the dependencies fixed, then we can move on. So let's do that. Best way to do this is going to be, I'm going to open up the tools project because I'm just going to build it from. I guess I don't even have to do that really. Yeah, I can do it all command line and test things. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's make a folder. I'm just going to make a Mojo test folder. I'm just going to add a little test effects file. Let's use Notepad because we don't need to do anything fancy here. Let's save this sucker. I'm going to open the terminal window. I'm going to first test that it fails like it should. Again, that's the command line, but I need to get to MGFX. So I'm going to I think that is up to date. So if I just do debug's good. All right, that's what I want. Oh, it's not called test shader. For completeness, let's just call it the same thing. There we go. Exact same error, right? Oh, let me fix my text size here. I had to do this the other day, and it was weird how buried it is.